TV. Got a little bit of a bonus coverage here. Got an exclusive interview with the head coach of the Algoma Thunderbirds men's basketball team, Ryan Vetrie, who will take on the visiting Nipissing Lakers at approximately 8 o'clock. What are your goals tonight for the contest against the visiting Lakers, Ryan?
Again, coming off last night's game, we want to be physical again because last night was a physical game, right? Nipissing's a little bit different. They're not going to be full court the entire game, so lucky us. But again, we're just trying to keep that energy. Again, value the ball. And again, we've been playing well in the last little bit, in the last couple weeks. But again, it's just about keeping that energy and not riding the highs and lows. You know, having a good start. We've had a good start the last 2 games, so hopefully we continue to have a good start tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Excellent start yesterday against Laurentian. You know, second quarter was tough, but right there towards the very end, it was a 5-point contest late in the game, and you know, obviously came up short. But lots of positives, I think, last night.
Yeah, we're gonna have those ups and downs, right? It's a young group, and again, trying to stay focused when we're playing well, and then trying to maintain that level. And again, with this group, the last couple games, we've rolled those highs, but then, you know, other teams are going to battle back, and we got to have the discipline to just stay focused, stay composed, and hopefully we can do that tonight. Yeah,
absolutely. And you mentioned tonight's game, and that's the thing about Algoma. You often have these back-to-back games, which are pretty unique in the OUA. And we're going to shift to this evening's game. You got a pretty strong relationship with head coach Thomas Corey of the Nipissing Lakers. Is there a little extra motivation tonight between two friends?
Oh, for sure. You know, he coached me and stuff, so we talked a couple days ago, and I'm looking for our first victory versus him, so definitely want that one against him.
Yeah, absolutely. You guys squared off in preseason play, didn't you, earlier on in October?
Yes, we went up to their place, to the Nipissing tournament, and had an exhibition game there, our second game of the season, and now we're back here in league.
Excellent. So second full year with the men's basketball program here at Algoma. What's the difference between trying to recruit for the men's team versus the women? Is there any?
Yeah, there is a little bit. Like, again, recruiting from Sault Ste. Marie is always have its challenges, but just like every other place. Again, we've been able to bring in players from all over, and again, we're going to continue to do so, you know, and get on recruiting trips, get kids up here to see the place, see the university, see the city of Sault Ste. Marie, and again, just trying to get the best talent we can and continue to grow.
Yeah, fantastic. It's been a hectic start to the second half of the season, 7 games over the last couple weeks. Scarp and I have talked about how grueling that could be. What have you learned about your team during this two-week stretch, I should say? What have you learned about your team and maybe even about yourself and your coaching staff?
Again, playing all the games back-to-back was actually probably a good thing because, again, we've been going through our struggles, you know, first half. I thought we refocused in the second, and again, sometimes just playing a lot kind of shifts your mind. And again, with a young group, being able to play those games, and Laurier too, and then Mac on the Monday, and then back on the Friday, Saturday. Again, it wasn't hard to keep them kind of focused. They've been together, you know, and they're focused on the next game. And again, we've had our disappointments, but I've been proud of how they're staying together and they're working right now. So again, sometimes it's good just to play games.
Yeah, certainly. There's no substitution for live playing time, especially for some of the younger players on your team. What are your goals for the rest of the season? Obviously, you got a game this evening, but as this season weighs down, what are some of the goals you have for the group?
Really, the goal is to continue to grow, but I'd like to see us finish off a game and get some wins on the column. You know, the guys are hungry, you know, and it's been right there the last couple, and hopefully we can continue to put or try to put a full game together, right? Again, earlier in the season we haven't had many close games, and I think, again, the past three to 5 games we've been playing much better. They're a little bit closer, a little bit more emotion. But I'd like to see us continue to grow and continue to work, but also finish off a game and get some points in the win column.
Yeah, absolutely. And few so close. We feel it coming, and we're hoping it's tonight. Lots of young players on your roster. What excites you and the coaching staff about the future of this team?
Just again, they're in the gym, they're working, they're coachable. I think they've, a lot of them are in residence here. They found a bond. So again, I think the future is bright. And again, we have young kids that want to be in the gym, want to grow. So we're only going to get better as the years go on.
Yeah, absolutely. And Daniel and I got front seat action to some quality basketball all season long, which we totally appreciate. And we love watching Johan Germain play for Algoma, and we actually love the growth from some players like Steckler, Mayum, Jean-Michael Sinaitis coming on. What has impressed you, or who has impressed you this season? If you don't mind dropping a few names. If you don't want to do that, we'll just move on to the next question. We just said a few that have impressed us for sure.
Yeah, like I think for everybody, like again, we're a young group, so at certain times, some of them are playing really well and they're impressing us in practice or just their day-to-day routines. And again, sometimes they're not playing so well, right? We leaned on JoJo for this season, right? He's been, consistent in his work ethic in the games. And again, some of the newer guys, it's finding the OUA, right? They haven't been playing in this league for 3-4 years, even some of our transfers like Kamani and Jean. Again, so they're just getting their feet wet, they're testing it out. It's a lot more physical. Those two guys are from the U.S. and it's a lot more physical here. So again, they're going through their growing pains just like everyone else, even though they're third-year players. But again, just a young group, like, again, Cal, Kerr's been great lately. Like, they're young, they're learning. So again, they have their moments that you're like, wow,
Yeah.
And then you have your moments that like, hey, you got to get back, refocus and stuff. So just the whole group has impressed me in the last little bit, just the mental toughness they've had after our first half and kind of, again, sticking together and bringing it on the court lately.
Yeah, and, we can appreciate, the energy from the bench. From our point of view, we see it from all the coaching staff and the entire team just together and cheering each other on. So, great job by you and your coaching staff. As we wind down here, I just want to shift a little bit to the Junior Thunderbirds program, and maybe a few listeners on the OUA TV might not be familiar with your community involvement here in the Sioux. You've been heavily involved in skill development of boys and girls youth basketball players, and ironically we say that as one of your Junior Thunderbirds is suiting up for the Lakers and got some minutes in the first half in Lucy LaFrance. Why is it so important to you to give back to the community and some of the young players through the programs you run, whether it's 705 or Junior Thunderbirds?
I think it's real important for the players, for the men's and women's players here, the varsity players, to be able to spend time with the kids and develop them as well. Having mentors and, seeing a lot of the Junior Thunderbirds out to our games over the years. Just like Sadie being here, having the opportunity to play. Again, but I think it's like our player involvement that's most important, just so that, again, any kids from the Sioux, when they're growing up wanting to play basketball, they're able to watch some OUA basketball, can kind of talk to the players, look up to them, see what it takes to play at this level. And again, I think both the women's and men's basketball teams have done a great job with the kids so far, and I hope more kids come out and talk to them and get to know them a lot more too.
Yeah, absolutely, and so kind of you to quickly switch it over to your players. And it is kind of cool to see whether it's Steckler, Alejo. You're going to tell me a few more that have been helping out Rhea Donnelly in the game tonight, who's been absolutely totally committed to the junior programs. Yeah. And I know I'm missing somebody.
Yeah. Even Rhea
in that group.
Rhea here from the women's side, she's been huge this year, taking a huge lead with our younger group, and she's been awesome. I couldn't have done it without her this year. So she's doing all like the hard work on the court and stuff, and making sure the boys are doing their job on the court. So she's been big time. Yeah.
Well, on behalf of the Sioux community and I have 3 girls, one that graduated from the Junior Thunderbirds program and 2 in it. On behalf of all the parents, we appreciate all you put into the program. Certainly making a difference in the high school circuit. And as Scarp and I have said, we've seen many players from the Sioux suiting up in the OUA, which is pretty cool. I want to give you the floor to, you got lots of fans in the stands and lots of people supporting you. Is anybody that you want to thank for your support? You've had a long career in basketball as a player and as a coach. Anybody you want to thank for your success in your journey?
Just again, like even the parents from the Junior Thunderbirds, I think they've been great over the years of the support of the players and myself. coming to support, watching games, and it's nice to see some of them being at some different schools as well. And again, just all the fans that come out, and again, over the next couple of years, both the women's and men's team, you know, we're going to get better.
Yeah.
We're going to compete better, and just happy that people are coming out and supporting us, and hopefully more come out in the future.
Yeah, absolutely. Had some pretty good attendance. Obviously, sometimes competing against the Greyhound, but the energy at the GLC has been fantastic. And I want to thank you for joining us here in the booth. I know you got a busy night and you got to get locked in for your game, but always appreciate spending time with you. And congratulations and best of luck the rest of the season. I know you're going to continue to grind. You're one of the most competitive guys I know, in not only in the Sioux in the world. So thanks, Coach.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah. And there you have it. Thank you to Coach, head coach of the men's basketball team here at Algoma. We're on the campus of Algoma University. Just a minute 30 left before the women hit the hardwood. Men's team will tip off at 8 o'clock against the visiting Lakers from Nipissing. Thanks for tuning in for this bonus coverage on OUA TV.